Well, it looks like the official box office weekend numbers are in, and thanks to multiple big outlets like Deadline and Variety, we now know exactly where Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is expected to land when it's all said and done. So we are looking at a total that is falling way below expectations. Once again, let me just state that this is for the United States only. The worldwide numbers are still somewhat loose out there, and I've seen a couple different reports, so we're not going to talk about that yet. More than likely, we'll talk about that tomorrow in the morning, and when more official Disney numbers are confirmed. I originally saw this update for the weekend first on Deadline, and they are reporting that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the United States only made $114 million. Now, this is higher than what the low end was, which was $110 million, but it's nowhere near the high pie in the sky or even on the higher end, which we saw going into the weekend, which again does sort of make sense. We know now internally Disney was looking at about 85 to 95, so that's blown away their expectations. They're going to be happy with it, same with their investors. But yeah, 114 million. It's about across the medium, I would say, about 12 to 15 million less than where a lot of analysts predicted it would go. But I think you kind of understand what's going on here. There was still some people that were worried about, obviously, the reviews. There were some people that were saying they heard that it wasn't good for children, so they weren't bringing their kids and families to it. I think it all kind of contributes to this here. But also, I do think that there's a little bit of that burnout in effect, right? The superhero burnout, which we've talked about, which, to be fair, it's nowhere near as bad as some people were saying it was going to be, but I think it does show it's having an effect on everything. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens next and what happens with these numbers weekend over weekend. What I'm seeing here per Deadline is that essentially they believe that this is somewhat worrisome, especially that this is a big tentpole, like, summer blockbuster. It should be doing better, which I agree with to a degree, but we are seeing a rather stacked year. I mean, I'm already falling behind on movies like I was pre-pandemic, so there's definitely a lot of stuff coming out now, and there's definitely a sense of some people are saving money or some people are going to just see more kid-friendly things, which I think always does happen. So we'll talk more about this in due time. Again, when the official numbers and everything worldwide is coming in, I'll talk about it tomorrow, but I won't be surprised if this thing is gonna pull its weight internationally more than the previous entries.